Welcome to another Sell Well online video, and as always, this is another video just to give some insights and maybe hopefully some advice in how you can deal with different things online. And I just wanted to show you guys a quick example, and it's something I have spoken before on this channel, but basically how as a seller on eBay you have no rights, and selling on eBay is like being tied to a chair with your hands behind your back, naked, and a gun pointed towards your face. Just a little bit of context in this case, what happened was a buyer purchased an item, a watch, that stated that it was made of stainless steel, and they made a claim that the watch was actually made of resin. So resin is like a rubber. So as I'm sure most of you know, generally watches will have generally watches will either be made of, they'll have like a rubbery material, or they'll be like a stainless steel clasp type watch. Very clear difference between a rubber watch and a stainless steel or a metal watch. And so what I did was I was very careful. I contacted the buyer, well, the buyer obviously contacted, and they sent pictures of the actual item they received, right? So eBay can see, okay, yeah, this is the actual item. And they made a claim that this thing was made that this watch was made of resin. And, obviously that's not true. And eBay was supplied the official um, manufacturer's page that clearly states all of the materials, and they have the pictures of the actual item that the buyer themselves sent, and eBay says that they can't refute the buyer's claim. So I was speaking to the representative here for an extended period of time. This person is actually a supervisor, so it was already escalated. And so what I eventually said to them, just as an example, is I said, well, what happens if they claimed that? Because I said, well, surely you know the difference between rubber and metal. And they sort of diverted the question. And so to prove a point, I said, well, what would happen if the buyer, I'm actually going to, I mean, I know you guys can read it, but I may as well just read it. So if a buyer claimed the watch was made of poo, would you support their claim? Yes or no? In that case, it will be yes. So just to be clear, if a seller sold a watch that they said was made of stainless steel, the buyer sends pictures of the item they received, as they have done in this case. The watch is shiny and silver in color. But if they said it was made of poo, you would support that claim. And then they try and avoid the question. And as I answer the question, I did, it is yes. It is the same question you asked me before, which is up here, right? Yes, it is the same question. I just wanted to be clear because I do not think people would believe me if I told them. So, I mean, there is just proof that, uh, as buyers just get away with everything, everything on eBay, and it supports what I've said many times on this channel, which is kind of the main point of the channel, is that eBay will support the buyer no matter what. No matter what. Okay, sure. I mean, have it a little bit in the buyer's favor, maybe 60-40. It's like 100 buyer, 0 seller. You have no rights. It doesn't matter what evidence you provide. Again, they had the pictures of the item provided by the buyer themselves. They had the official manufacturer's page. This particular watch was made by a very famous, like world famous brand, reputable brand. It just it's so bad. It's so bad as a seller, and this is why I suggest. I mean, okay, if you want to start a business on eBay, do that, but you really should try and get your business away from eBay, because if you want to make real money, you're just going to be screwed over time and time and time and time again by places like eBay. You're much better off having your own site, your own website, your own sales channels that protect you from people who just try and get items for free by making absolutely absurd claims. So I hope that wasn't too much of a rant video, and it actually just provided you some factual information. I'm sorry I don't have any really good advice for you other than if you're going to sell on eBay, you're going to get screwed over. That's just the way it is, and there is clear evidence that if a buyer claims that a watch is made of poo, then eBay will support them. So there you go. Good learning. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.